Hey there, E.J. Raddick back with you alongside the coach, Barry Melrose.
How you doing?
I'm good. You're like...
I like that intro with the hey there.
Hey, you like that, huh? Once in a while I hit one out, right?
Something different.
That's
Well,
nice.
as a double, I'm not sure you hit one out.
Well, maybe even
It's
just
good.
a fun single.
It's good.
I'll take it from you. You don't give me too many kudos as they go, but we're here for the game of the week.
Yep.
Thursday night, ESPN.com, the game of the week, and it is a good one. It is the Sharks and the Senators. Now, normally we'd say, well, what's so big about that?
Oh, it's a good game.
But people would say, hey, there's other significance,
Yeah.
and there is. Danny Heatley making his first trip back into Ottawa since demanding a trade. Fans aren't going to be too thrilled, I'm sure, with him. It should be a very interesting night in Ottawa.
Well, people are trying to do the party line and say it's just another game, but you've already had the owner of Ottawa come out, Mr. Melnick, and talk a little about Danny Heatley. Danny's just saying that it's a nothing game. I'm a member of the Sharks. I enjoyed my time in Ottawa. He's handling it right, but here's a guy that wanted out of Ottawa. It's a small market team. Small market teams usually take that stuff very personal. Mm-hmm. That you basically insulted me, my family, my mom and dad, and everybody by saying you didn't want to be in Ottawa. So this is going to be a very intense game. Both teams need points.
Yeah.
Both probably San Jose's year certainly hasn't started the way they thought it would. Ottawa probably a little bit. They thought to be
started
better.
Started out poorly, then they got a little bit better. Then it's kind of been poor again. So they're talking about maybe making a trade if they can.
This is about the third time Brian Murray's been talking about making a trade.
I know he's talked. That's not good.
No, so neither team is where they thought they'd be or want to be.
Yeah.
But if you know the history of Danny Heatley's had some tough emotional games in buildings, and this will be another one. His first game back into the Ottawa Forum or Ottawa Arena.
Yeah, it's going to be. I mean, here's the thing. He was there. He signed a long-term contract. I think they ended up having to pay him a $4 million piece of that contract because they couldn't trade him before July 1st. They had a trade with Edmonton. He turned that down.
Well,
and so it became very contentious
because they gave him a no movement clause.
Yeah.
So people were mad that he wouldn't take the trade, but
he had the right to do that.
I'm a Canadian. And I'm not,
go ahead and say it. I know where you're going. Come on, you can do it.
I'm not even sure I'd accept the trade to Edmonton.
There you go.
Because I did cold. It's beyond cold. He was in his right. If you're going to give the guy a no trade, no movement, then you got to accept it when he'll say they won't go to that town. So he went to San. And another thing, the trade had actually turned out disastrous for Ottawa.
Yeah. Hasn't done well because Chichu he's been in the minors now.
He's been in the minors
with another team, another franchise. He's trying to get back into the game.
Mihailuk has been.
He's been okay, but he gets hurt.
He gets hurt all the time.
He gets hurt a lot.
So those are two guys.
Those are the main pieces.
Those are the guys.
Yeah.
So and basically Heatley's went to San Jose and has played very well. Although obviously, if you know the history of San Jose, they haven't won anything either. So, but this will be an emotional time for. Probably more so for the Ottawa people. I'm sure the fans are going to be very, very tough on Danny Heatley during this game. But from the sidebar, both teams need the points. So it's a pretty important hockey game too. And around Christmas time, you want to get as many points as you can because you got that break. Mm-hmm. It's that Christmas break. It's not point-wise, but Christmas break almost seems like halfway through the year. Yeah. So that Christmas break is very important. So teams want to get as many points.
Right now, there's a push going on.
Right now, there's a push to get points by the time your last game, December 23rd.
Last thing, if you're Corey Clouston, you're the coach of the Ottawa Senators, you have an emotional game like this, and Clouston, there was some issue as to whether Danny Heatley was mad at him over ice time, but how is it from a coaching standpoint? How do you get you guys ready for a game like this where the building is going to be more electric? It's going to be electric. It's going to be much more juice than maybe it normally would for a game in early December.
Well, the first thing, you don't go into the room and start talking badly of Danny Heatley because Danny Heatley still got friends in that dressing room. That never works. So what you do is just, you're honest. Guys, that crowd is going to be unbelievable. It's going to be loud. Let's jump on San Jose. They'll be taken aback by it. Let's really jump on them, get an early lead, and just tell them, I know Danny Heatley's your friend. And all that, but we got to, this is a very important game for us. We need the points, and use the intensity of the crowd to our factor, and take advantage of this. So you just got to be honest with the people in there, and they're professionals. It's their job to be ready, but they've got to be, even in this case, a little bit more ready for a game like this.
Shark teammates want to win for Danny Heatley?
Oh, definitely. They want to go in there, and anytime you're going on the road and it's your first game back and you've been traded, you want to win, and the guys want to win for them. They would love to be sitting there at the the game after where Danny can say, I love my time in Ottawa, I love the guys in the dressing room, I love the coaches, I love Canada, I love the Prime Minister, I love the Queen of England, but I'm very happy we got the 2 points and I'm going back to San Jose.
Yeah. So who do you think's going to win?
I think San Jose will win.
Okay.
I think San Jose will walk in there. It's been my history. It's easier for a road team to play in an environment like that than a home game.
Okay. Good. That's very smart thinking on your part. You can follow the action here at ESPN.com. It's the game of the week. Have live chat going on. Pierre LeBrun, Scott Burnside. I might show up. Barry Melrose, Mr. Technology. He might be on hand.
Last time we did it, you didn't even call in.
I wasn't on last one.
Joey was trying to get you.
No, we work it out with Joy. Sometimes I'm in, sometimes I'm not. I have things going on. I love doing it when I can.
Okay.
But Pierre and Scott will be there, and maybe
EJ, are you there? EJ, are you there?
Are you there?
Are you by EJ?
Are you done?
I'm done.
All right. For Barry Melrose, I'm EJ Raddick. Game of the week, Sharks and Senators, ESPN.com.